Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another carb video. Stop thinking a muscular man has used drugs. Stop thinking that shit. I gotta jump on that shit. Because, I had my video yesterday, the live action proof of the body game. And, some person, and I don't have a problem admitting, I just deleted the comment. I don't even feel like arguing with stupidity. But, just the thought, oh, they use drugs or something. And, even though those two are big on calisthenics, in fact, somebody even commented that those Brooklyn dudes are big on calisthenics up there and body weight exercises and stuff. But, you always get somebody like they see some muscles on somebody, they cut and stuff. Oh, they must have used drugs. That's the stupidest ass thing. Now, let's be fair. Yes, there are guys out here who get bigger and stuff because they use some steroids or something. But those are either A, professional bodybuilders, or some scrawny guys who were originally scrawny and they just gonna do whatever. That happens. But the majority of men, if they got a nice physique and everything, it's natural. It's a combination of natural and hard work. Let me talk about that natural part for a second. I'll start with myself. Now, wait, man. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull over here. I don't even feel like it. But I gotta say hi to somebody. Hold on. I'll even let y'all witness me saying hi to somebody. What's up, Jill? Hey, you too, all right? Yeah, I gotta go early, Anyway, right? Just let y'all know I talk to people in the real world. So anyway, right? Let me start with that natural part like I was saying. If you really look at these guys who got very good physiques, it's natural. All you have to do is start when they're about teenagers, when they're athletes and stuff. Because usually those guys, whenever I see a guy who got a good physique like that, already know. Sometimes when I meet them in the gym or something, sometimes when I meet them in the gym, I'll say, hey, what you play in school? And they always tell me something. Because when you get somebody with a good physique like that, in most cases, they tended to play ball or something. So they were already playing something. Like I mentioned this guy I know who looks like Zac Efron, just a taller version. But that dude, they played high school football. And you look at anybody with a physique, they played some sport. Because when you're playing sports, first of all, you're doing two things. You're doing some body weight exercises, and you're doing body weight exercises, and you running. So that's the perfect combination and everything. And indeed, I was going to start off talking about myself. People don't realize, because I even had one person say, oh, he must be using some what they say, testosterone replacement therapy. Man, I would have smacked that person right there, because that's some serious medical stuff. But I've always had a good frame. I'm athletic, natural athlete. Always had good speed. In fact, in college, they used to, last name Wills, they used to say, yeah, Wills got some wheels on him. And just to give you an idea, in the description box, there's about my frame, the frame I've had. In the description box, two things. One are some pictures of me from 91 and 92 on my IG. There's a link for that. And then this video I did showing me doing some workouts in the gym, some brief stuff in the gym with Cousin T-Talk and stuff. So I'll give you a link to that video. But I've always had a good frame and everything. That's why I think it's stupid even addressing that thing. And then when I look at other guys who got that good body build and everything, when I look at other guys who got that good body build, I can always look at them and tell. In fact, had somebody hit me up privately, wanted me to say something about having bow legs. I'm gonna tell you what, a college track coach once, I don't know if he's college or high school, but he said he could go through a high school and point out all the sprinters, because sprinters tend to have bow legs. But it's an athletic thing, the whole athletic build. And that's the one thing you're going to find. Because even with those guys who did that live action video, what is called, what's his name, Goku Pump and Brawley Gaines, I could tell they probably played something. If I hit them up and say, hey, what kind of ball did y'all play? They'll tell me something. Because they ain't like super much. They definitely look more like body weight exercise. You know, and in the pictures I shared on IG, all of that was from Bodyweight. That was before I was lifting hard. That was just pure body weight. But the frame is still the general same. The only thing would be slightly different. There's a little bit more around my stomach. I don't have no problems admitting that. But even then, if somebody saw me, they think linebacker build, kind of like a linebacker stomach. So, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing. And then when you look at these other guys, you can tell they're athletic, but see, you know, you get some guys who see that, and instead of just saying, oh, well, maybe it's just natural, maybe it's, you know, genetic, they like, oh, they must have lifted or something. It's like everybody ain't scrawny like you. Seriously, I would just say that. Because understand, there's 3 general types of bodies, and then you got stuff in between. And actually, they finally starting to acknowledge that there's several body types. So, you know, there's ectomorph. Then there's mesomorph or mesomorph, ectomorph, one of them. Like, that's a combination between that. It's like that slimmer dude, but he got some muscle on him. Then there's, I think I'm about to skip one, but then there's mesomorph. There's somebody I'm missing in there. Regular mesomorph, and then there's a meso-endomorph, endomesomorph. Those are a little bit, they ain't quite, kind of more the stockier type. Well, not stocky, but brawny, I guess. And then endomorph. I don't have it right in front of me, but there's different body types. Now, if you got mesomorph anywhere in there, that's more closer to the athletic build. If you have a naturally mesomorphic build, you would tend to put on muscle easily. They'll say that. You look up mesomorphs, they will put on muscle easier. They can get cut easier. Even myself, because I'm definitely in that mesomorphic range. Now, somebody might see me now and say, well, you know, meso-endomorph or whatever, or endomesomorph, whatever. But, yeah, you remember, I'm still 56. I look good, but I'm still 56. Still older. I don't run as much. But if I would have, like, started actually running again, y'all would see it more. And, you know, it's just that frame. And that's just natural. That's just natural. That's all the natural part. So if somebody's a natural athlete or something, they're going to have a natural physique. And indeed, I said I ain't really lift until I was in school at the graduate level. And even then, I wasn't lifting hard. I was like, just kind of shamming, to be honest with you. But just still doing a little bit. And then, you know, that was that period I was doing just the primarily running and body weight exercises. Let me see. Yeah, I was doing that running and body weight exercises and stuff. But even in college, where I wasn't lifting at all, people would call me Rom Muscle or something. Even some of the athletes and stuff, and I wasn't lifting at all. But I always had a general physique, not a great one, of course, but just generally natural physique. And there's plenty of them. I ain't unique. Anybody who's played any ball. In fact, when I train my sons at this one gym, there's a lot of high school athletes in there. And they be cut, they be throwing up some stuff, everything. They ain't using no drugs or anything, they're just natural. You know? And that's just one part of it. People forget. Sometimes people just work hard. Some bad guys just work hard. Like I knew this one dude. He'd be at the gym, and when he first started, he was slim. He couldn't put up any weight or anything. He real slim. But after a year, that dude had a chest popping out. He was still generally slim, more in that ectomesomorphic range. like that combination. He put on some stuff. He put on some stuff on his chest, put maybe a inch on his arms, at least an inch on his biceps and everything, all the way around. But that was hard work. See, that's the one thing though. I mean, okay, you got that natural physique, but regardless, even if you got it, you still got to work. You still got to work. Because from the days when I was doing bodyweight exercises, and then I started really lifting, really putting some iron up. That was still work. That was still work. And even a bodyweight exercise, if you're just doing bodyweight, shoot. Try doing multiple sets of push-ups. And then running 5 miles. Because that's what I was doing. I was doing 5 miles like it was nothing. Probably could have competed in a 5K easily. And I wouldn't have finished first or anything. I ain't going to even go there. I ain't going to go there. But I wouldn't have finished last either. I'd have finished in a good time in 5K. In fact, I can't get into why I had to run 2 miles in a certain amount of time. But I was able to do like a 2-mile run under 15 minutes. Like run, not a jog either. Run. Like all out, like pretty much sprinting. But that was, that was still work. And see, when somebody says drugs or something like that, nah, that's a disrespect to somebody putting their sweat, sometimes their blood into something. If somebody got that body build, give them the work. Now, if you think they use drugs or something, well, say it from a professional perspective. Be a doctor who can look at them and say, okay, I can tell they use this, this, and this. Don't just say it just because you're some jealous ass person who don't want to do the work. Let's keep it a buck on that. Let's keep it a buck on that, because that's really what it is. Yes, the guy's going to already have the physique, but they still got to do the work for it. So if a guy already got those genetics and they willing to do the work, well, yeah, they're going to have a good body. That's just it. That's just a reality. It's funny. Everybody want to talk about genetics and stuff when they're talking about somebody's facial features or their height, and those are definitely genetic. But shoot, it's also genetic whatever you put out in your body. That's just as genetic, because you can only go so far. You can only go so far without using drugs, and most of these guys ain't using drugs and shit. In fact, when I was working at this one gym, we had this former Mr. Universe who was a personal trainer there, Yanni Schoenberger. He was a cool brother. He was a Mr. Universe back in the 90s. He used to have a contest. It was a natural bodybuilding contest, right? Natural competition and stuff, which they had plenty of. Now, these were some big muscular dudes who came in. Now, to the uninitiated, they might have been like, they on drugs or something. The thing they had to come in for was drug tests. In order to compete, they had to pass a drug test. And I remember that one day they were all coming in. Now, these some big dudes and stuff. So you got dudes out there, they big and muscular, but they ain't putting no drugs. Especially if they competitive, you natural. Because trust me, they stay on top of that. They stay on top of that. And you ain't coming in there with somebody else's piss or something. Because when they be doing those drug tests, somebody be standing outside the door. Somebody be saying, if I remember correctly, they checking pockets. They check you. You just don't walk in there and shit. Shoot, they hand you something. You walk, you take it, go in the bathroom, and shoot, somebody standing outside that stall. So they test that shit. So you got these guys, they getting tested. They getting tested. Man, it's hard to get that stuff out of your system if it's there. So, but they just did the work. And people got to understand that. But see, you got too many dudes, and they really on just some hating shit. They some hating shit. Instead of just sitting back. Hey, is that my buddy? Oh, shit. Damn, y'all knows I'd like to change up. Oh, yeah, that is. I think that's her. In her usual parking space. But anyway, let me see. Yeah, that's her. Anyway, I gotta mess with her about her tags. I ain't showing you her tags. But anyway, Nah, you just got it. And see, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. And see, part of it comes from people don't want to do some damn work. What's wrong with that? Too many people make some excuse for it. You do look. If you want the change, you just do the work. And plus, a man need to be doing some training anyway, some type of physical training. Let's just be real. Even you don't have to lift weights or something, but you probably need to take martial arts, something. A man need to be able to physically handle himself in the street. You know? Man, I just gotta move this up a bit. A man gotta be able to handle himself in the streets. You know? So you don't have to lift or something, but maybe, I don't know. Practice boxing, practice martial arts. It's all physical work, no matter what. It's all physical work. And plus, a man need to be in physically great shape anyway, just to do stuff out here. If you're going to make some money, the best shape you in, the better. But, you know, for somebody to say, oh, it's some drugs. No, it's some laziness off the people even accusing them of some shit like that. You know, don't get mad because a man wants to work. See, men work for shit. They don't sit around and bitch and shit. They work. And I'll say that to somebody's face. No, I'm serious. I know sometimes I be saying some stuff like that, but that's how much I know what I'm saying is correct. I will get in front of people. I will get in front of people and look them in the eye. And you know, one of the reasons I'm saying something about that, just from personal experience, and then from I've seen people work. I've seen men work. I've seen men work. In fact, the gym I'm just coming back from, you got men in their 60s who run shit, and they be throwing up more weight than I do. Be throwing up more weight. And a lot of them got better body builds than some younger guys who up here complaining and stuff, talking about some drugs or something. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. All right. So that's all I got for now, yo. I'm going to get my vittles. Go get my good hug. And I'll talk to y'all. Peace.